What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to the Champions League draw here on Anfield Agenda. How good does that sound to be able to say it again? The champions! Bum, 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 bum. I know they've changed it a little bit this year, but I'm old school, so I'm sticking with the old school song. I hope you're all in fine form. Federico Chiesa, done. We did that video, second attempt. Sorry about the first one, by the way. Mark let me know that I didn't unmute my microphone after the ad read, so apologies on that one. But we are here now, and let's see what happens, right? This is all new to all of us, so I'm kind of flying blind at the minute. So let's wait and see what the draw brings up for us. Just a reminder, in the new Champions League stages, we're going to play 8 games against 8 different teams. 4 home, 4 away. Not like previous incarnations where you played 6 games against 3 different teams. 1 home, 1 away. This one, 8 different teams. 4 home, 4 away. What channel is it on? I'm watching it on TNT Sports 1 is what I have it on anyway. Right, so what do we want? Who do we want in the draw? Let's take a look at the pots anyway. We'll go through the pots and people can see what the possibilities are. So the pots are as follows, my friends. Oh, actually, I need to open up another tab. Bear with me. I forgot that I need to open up the back-end system here as well on Anfield Agenda, so bear with me. This is what happens on busy transfer days, folks. Everything moving a million miles an hour. There we go. That should hopefully be working for me now. Happy days. And that update there. That. Cool. We're good to go. So, the Champions League pots are as follows. Liverpool are a pot 1 team, meaning they will play one other pot 1 team in the group stages. Liverpool's options: Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, PSG, Inter, Dortmund, Leipzig, Barcelona. There is some weird, tiny, minuscule opportunity for us to play Manchester City, but that's very unlikely. Pot 2, we've got Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, who we know only too well, Juventus, Benfica, Arsenal, Club Brugge, Shakhtar Donetsk, and AC Milan. In pot 3, Arne Slot's old side Feyenoord, Sporting, PSV Eindhoven, Dinamo Zagreb, Red Bull Salzburg, whom of course by Cecic is on his way over to join on loan, and we've already seen Bobby Clark go there. We've got Lille, we've got Red Star Belgrade, Young Boys of Bern, and Celtic in pot 3. Pot 4, Slovan Bratislava, AS Monaco, Sparta Prague, Aston Villa, Bologna, Girona, Stuttgart, Sturm Graz, and Stade Brestois. So that's where we are. That's the Champions League pots. Now we just have to wait and see who we get. And today, I don't think we're going to find out Liverpool's opponents as in the fixture list. I think that's a day or 2 away. But we will know, as in the exact time and dates, excuse me. But we will know who our opponents are today. We just don't know the dates of them yet because it's so complicated. I think it's going to take a day or 2 for UEFA to figure all of that out. We have Your Hymn on by an opera singer. You should have just got me to do it, shouldn't I? I could have just done the opera song for them. Saved everyone a load of time and probably a load of money because my singing skills are, well, they're a lot cheaper, shall we say, than that lady probably had to invoice for. Right, are we good? 1 from pot 1, 2 from pot 2, 3 and 4. Yes, exactly. So, it's free on TNT Sports YouTube as well, said Kai. But of course, we want everyone here with us, mate. So if you want to have it open in the background, that's no problem. But make sure you stick here with Anfield Agenda because we're going to take you through the draw. And of course, if you guys have any questions about the transfer window, feel free to put them into the chat as well. First super chat of the stream. Thank you so much, Kofi. Said, afternoon, Craig. Just joining. Anything I missed? Also, the Chiesa video you had out this afternoon has no audio after the sponsors news. Yeah, I've already replaced that one, mate. But thank you for the update. Mark also said the same to me. I re-recorded it and put it back up there. So hopefully it should have the audio on it now. Yeah, I'm buzzing. This is Champions League, baby. This is what it's all about. And thank you, Kofi, for your super chat as well, mate. Appreciate your support. Yeah, I'm enjoying the process of being back in the Champions League. Transfer window. Well, look, we did get Federico Chiesa over the line today. Number 14 as expected. And you know what I really like about the Chiesa deal? It's that he wanted to come to Liverpool and it wasn't about the money. And the reason we can say it wasn't about the money is he's getting the same wage. Didn't ask for a pay rise to leave Serie A and come over to Liverpool. He's going to be on the same money that he was on when he was playing for Juventus, which is about £81,000 a week. He just wants to play, and I love it. You heard him talking about coming in on the plane with his wife, flying over Anfield, and then said, you know what, I want to hear You'll Never Walk Alone. All the right things are being said by Federico, and welcome to the greatest football club on the planet, sir. I've already seen the people in the comment section of the Chiesa video going, see, Craig, you need to shut up. You need to stop moaning about the owner spending. We are spending. We are bringing in players. We are competitive. We haven't brought in a centre-back and a midfielder, though, so they're the two targets that we started this window with. And look, I've said this before, I'm really happy with the Chiesa signing. I'm really happy with the Mamadashvili signing. But my eyes are on the prize, and the prize is making sure we get a centre-back and a midfielder. And we haven't done that yet in this window, so I will reserve my judgment on the window until we know what the story is around those two positions, because I am not going to be distracted by a shiny new forward over here when I know that we need players in other positions. So whoever those people are that think that this excuses this transfer window from the owners, no. And they also tried to tell me that the only thing they've ever done wrong was to try to join the Super League, as if they didn't try to copyright Liverpool or trademark it from a footballing perspective, as if they didn't try to put up the £77 tickets, as if they haven't done many other things at Liverpool Football Club, like furloughing staff during the COVID crisis, and lots of other bits and pieces. So they aren't perfect. They aren't awful, but they certainly aren't doing their job in this window, which is bringing in the midfielder and the defender. Now, 30 hours to go until the window shuts, so let's wait and see. There is a bit of a rumour that maybe we could be sending the jet to Athens. Let's wait and see what happens there. Reports suggest, though, that Newcastle are the only side that have actually gone in and put in an offer for, or at least registered an interest for, Santiago Heze, who plays for Olympiacos, and I've got to say, I don't know anything about the guy. So we'll work through it all. And we will be here at 8:45 tonight as well for the late night agenda, where we'll take you through all the latest in the transfer market. It looks like we're going to see Ben Doak go to Hull on loan for the campaign. It looks like it's just a straight loan deal in there as well. Ryan said, Craig, I'm so excited to watch the United game. It's great. I can't wait. I'm buzzing for the weekend. The only thing I'd say, Ryan, is I hope to God we win. Because there's nothing worse than going into an international break off the back of a poor result. The couple of weeks seem to go on forever. So yeah, look, it's a big game at the weekend. I'm going to record my preview for it tomorrow, so that will be out Saturday. Pierce said we aren't interested in Heze. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me, Eli, if I've lost a bit of trust in James Pearce, because James Pearce also told us that Liverpool weren't going to sign a goalkeeper this summer, and he said that the day it was out that we were interested in Mamadashvili. So you'll have to excuse me if I don't believe what Mr. Pearce has to say on transfers at the moment, because, as I said, unfortunately I lost a lot of admiration for James with that ridiculous post about us not being in for a keeper when everybody knew we were. But that's not to say he's not right, you know. He could well be. Do you guys think Chiesa will be in the squad on Sunday? Not sure. Genuinely not sure. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't put him in. I'd let him get settled in, find his place to live, do all the stuff that he needs to do. Of course, he's probably on international duty with Italy as well. But I wouldn't rush him back in. I'd maybe get ready for after the transfer window. Or after the international window. Because remember, he hasn't played football for Juventus this season, so he needs to get back up to fitness as well. So don't be expecting him to be dropped in straight away. Russ, how are you, Russ? I was waiting for this, Russ. I'm not going to lie, bro. I was waiting for the first person to say this. No United. Oops, sorry. Thursday nights. That's it, Russ. And do you know what? They were so bad in the Champions League last year, mate, that they finished bottom of their group. Embarrassing English football. Bottom of a group. Bottom of a group with Galatasaray in it, and you finish bottom. Shocking. So yes, they are in the Europa League, mate, and probably where they belong, to be honest with you, Russ. Leave the Champions League to the big boys. Craig, do we make any other signings, or will we only hear rumours till the window shuts, said Kofi. That, my friend, I am trying to figure out as we go along. As you can imagine, it's been a hectic couple of days, mate. I got up today, straight into making content, recording the video. I had to do some predictions for the Irish guy as well, so keep an eye out for them dropping on his channel. And I don't know, mate, at this moment in time. I don't think anybody does. I hope there's more business to come because, as I mentioned, Kofi, we haven't strengthened in the positions we needed to, which is central defensive midfield and, of course, centre back. Earthworm Jim from Soil, he did crawl. Earthworm Jim. I remember that cartoon, mate. I am old enough to remember that cartoon. We need 2 more, but January will be the time. I don't think it will be the time. It might be the promise. It might be the conversation. But let me say this to you, Earthworm Jim. The reason January is unacceptable is you can't win a league in January, but you can have lost the league by January. So we don't have the luxury of believing the future promises. We should be doing it in this window. We've had plenty of time to sort them out. With regards to the midfielder, look, if Zubamendi was it, okay, fair enough. I can understand maybe if we can't get a midfielder in. But nothing is excusing the centre-back, in my opinion, regardless of the Joe Gomez situation. But that's just my opinion. I absolutely understand that you guys may view it differently. But for me, going into this window, there was 3 positions: a utility forward, a centre-back and a midfielder. We've done one of those in the utility forward. Now we need at least one of the other 2, personally, for me to be happy. And we did a poll on this last night as well, where we asked, would you be happy if this was the extent of Liverpool's business? And I think it was about 73% said no, they wouldn't be happy. Do I know what time it starts? It's on here in the background, but it's just all the waffly stuff, mate. We just need to get to the drawing stuff. Right now, they're doing all the usual bum tickling, just nonsense, waffle. They're giving Ronaldo a bit of love here at the minute for some reason. I don't know. He's over in Saudi. Maybe they should go over there. Look, I don't want to be looking at Ronaldo. Why am I looking at Ronaldo? It's the Champions League. He's not playing in Europe anymore. I don't want to be looking at Ronaldo. I don't care if they're giving him an award or whatever. I don't care. I don't want to be looking at a stupid smug face. Jim Arv said, Craig, because I'm from Athens and an Olympiacos fan, Heze is really good. So I don't know if we're really interested, Jamarv. James Pearce has apparently said we aren't. A reporter said that Newcastle have been the only team. Just seeing this sent to me now. Some speculation linking Liverpool with Santiago Heze at Olympiacos ahead of tomorrow's deadline, but told he's not a target. Yes, James, you also told us all we weren't signing a goalkeeper in this window, mate. And how did that work out? And look, I don't know if James Pearce is right or wrong on this one, but I'm certainly not going to be looking to him for any of my transfer news moving forward, because to say that, to look into the camera or to write on his keyboard that Liverpool aren't in for a goalkeeper, I've lost so much respect for that man over that nonsense, because everybody knew we were in for one. Everybody. I hope we beat you lot on Sunday. I should say you do, Shane, as a United fan. I think we can, provided De Ligt starts and not Maguire. Well, look, it is Liverpool United, Shane, or United Liverpool. Sometimes form goes out the window in these games, but I feel confident as a Liverpool fan. But I also remember last year where I also felt confident. So I've done my score predictions for the game and my team prediction. I've sent them to Connor. I'm recording that tomorrow. I think it's going to be an interesting game. If we play to our strengths, I think we win, Shane. But it is Liverpool United. It's one of the big games of the season for me, bro, and I can't wait for it. I hope Chiesa will be registered by Saturday. He needs to be registered by Friday for it to be able to... so he needs to be registered by tomorrow. And the only issue that may stand in the way, of course, is the international clearance. Now, he will get international clearance. He will tick the boxes to be able to do that, no problem. You know, he will have enough international appearances, playing at a high enough level. All the things that you need to be able to get the visa after Brexit, he will be able to do. So it's going to be wait and see what happens there. Now, I wouldn't be expecting Federico Chiesa to be part of the squad anyway. He hasn't played football. He won't be up to speed. And Liverpool need to take a little bit of time with him. And I think we need to measure our expectations as fans as well. He probably won't be ready. So let's just give him time to settle in. And hopefully, other side of the international break, we start to see more of the possibility of Chiesa getting into those matchday squads. Queen Nadra said, Chiesa is a good signing, but we need a 6, plus he can play 9 with Mo on the wing. He certainly is versatile, Queen Nadra, and defo gives us options. I really love that he's on the same money he was on at Juventus. That, to me, shows that he didn't just come over here for a payday, and that means a lot. So he's on £81,000 a week, £4.2 million a year, came to Liverpool because he wanted to play for us, and that makes great sense. Now, I love that we sent him a video. You know, we registered what happened with Sociedad and Zubamendi, and we thought, how can we up our game from a slideshow? And I went with a video. And at the end of the video, Federico Chiesa had the number 14. So he said it was an easy decision to take the number 14. Tanya said, hope you and yours are good. What time is the draw? It's on now in the background. They're just doing the waffly, talky bit with Ronaldo, and, you know, giving him a trophy, because Ronaldo gets very upset if he goes a few days without getting some type of an award. So they've made up some type of nonsense to give him there, and, you know, he's pretending he's still relevant right now, where he's really over in Saudi playing against bang average opposition, trying to get to the 1,000 goal mark. I don't like Ronaldo very much. I can't hide it. Messi or Ronaldo? It's not even a conversation. I don't get how anybody considers that a debate. It is Lionel Messi every single day of the week. It isn't even close, in my opinion. Ronaldo is the best of the rest, absolutely. But Leo, it's Messi every day. He's just a better player in every level. Heck said, I honestly prefer the old format than this new format. Can I ask you a genuine question though, bro? How do we know that yet? Look, we haven't seen it, right? So we don't know how the season feels after 8 group stage games or an extra knockout round. It is complicated, and I get you on that, mate. I still don't fully understand the technicalities of how all this is going to play out. But from our perspective, it's an extra couple of games, right, as fans. And do you know what's really interesting about the Hex is we're going to play 8 different teams in the group. And that is the part that has most confused me. Because, fair enough, you play home and away. But how do you measure the advantage or disadvantage of having certain games home, certain games away? So we're going to play 8 games against 8 different teams. 4 home, 4 away. The old one, you used to get to play the same team home and away. So you had a fair balance. I don't know how we're going to balance this one out, because let's say you get 4 away games at grounds that are really, really vociferous, noisy, and have great atmosphere, and lift their teams up. It's a difficult one, but I'm interested to see how it gets on. Messi a midfield, maestro, Ronaldo a striker. No, Messi a hero, Ronaldo throws children's phones on the ground and smashes them when he's angry, and runs off the pitch and leaves stadiums when he's not happy. That's my Ronaldo. That's the Ronaldo I remember. Do you think the Chiesa is the Salah replacement? Honestly, I have no idea. And I don't want to even think about it yet. Let's see how Federico Chiesa gets on. I don't think the club could even answer that question for you, because right now we don't know which Chiesa we're going to get. And the club's seen this as an opportunistic signing, to use one of their phrases. And it is. And it's a good opportunistic signing. But I don't know if he's going to be viewed as Salah's replacement or not, because I don't know if there's a way they can figure out a new deal with Mo. So let's just take it at face value right now that he's just another addition to the front line. And we'll see how he gets on this season. And then I guess we'll talk about it as next summer approaches. Because right now, he's just an extra player in the squad. That's the way I look at it. How many years has Chiesa signed for? I believe it's a 4-year deal, Dale. I believe it's a 4-year deal. Let me get some clarity on that for you tonight. But yesterday, anyway, when I was hearing about this, I heard 4 years. But bear with me, mate. I will check that out for you before tonight's late night agenda. Did the draw already happen? No, it hasn't. Craig, when a new player comes to Liverpool like Chiesa, is he given a house or a place for him to stay? How does it work? Yeah, sometimes they're in hotels initially. And the club will, of course, work with the Chiesa family to make sure that they find somewhere. Some clubs do have a couple of houses that they would rent out or give as part of deals. Others, they have friendly realtor agents or estate agents that help them out. But absolutely, excuse me, coffee's repeating on me. Absolutely, he will be given help to find a home. I would imagine right now his family are probably in a hotel, but you want them out of there and into a big family home with plenty of space as soon as possible. So I'm sure the club will be helping the Chiesa family on that one. Ricky Gervais should host the draw. Yes, Ricky Gervais should host everything. I agree. Give him everything. I love Ricky Gervais. I love his hosting of the Golden Globes. I love Ricky Gervais, full stop. Yeah, so I agree. Let Ricky Gervais host the Champions League draw. That works for me. Do you think we make one more signing? At this moment, I can't say one way or the other because I really don't know. All I know is what we need. And I don't want people to get distracted. Remember what we wanted, what we needed, what we believe the squad was short of going into this window. There is going to be a lot of revisionism. There's going to be a lot of trying to convince us that the players that weren't good enough to nail down the position might somehow now be good enough. Don't fall for it. Don't believe it. Get behind the team, of course. But if we finish this window with Georgi Mamardashvili and Federico Chiesa as our only incomings, on their own, very good business. If you look at it from the perspective of the objectives going into this window, failure. That's where I'm at, really. So far for me, this is a 3 out of 10 window. That's it. If we bring in a defender, that gets it up to a 7 out of 10 window. If we bring in the midfielder, that brings it up to a 10 out of 10 window. But right now, I'm just still frustrated. Yes, a new shiny toy is lovely, but it isn't the shiny toy that we needed and wanted. I'm going to welcome Chiesa. I'm going to get behind Chiesa. And as I said, looking at it on its own merits, I have no problem about that signing. I think it's a very astute, well-calculated piece of business. But I'm not being distracted by what I know we're short of, and that is a defender and a midfielder. I don't know if there's any movement on Joe Gomez. I hope to God there isn't, because I really want Joe to stay. But I also don't want Joe to stay and us to still be convinced that we don't need another defender when I think we do. Scouts Farm said, I would think FSG are still looking to sell someone else too. Last minute loans, etc. to save on player wages. Well, it does look like Ben Doak's off to Hull City. That was reported by one of the aggregate accounts earlier on. Obviously, we know that we're going to see Stefan Bajcetic go over and hook up with Pep Linders at at RB Salzburg. That we should get clarification on. He's already over there, I believe. What do I think of him having Hendo's number? I look at it more as I'm having Xavi Alonso's number, to be honest with you. But 14 works. Chiesa's happy with 14. 14 seems to suit him. Absolutely no problem with that. Who am I hoping to face in the Champions League? So I'm really different. I don't want handy draws in anything. I like us getting good games. So for me, let's have a look at the groups again and we'll see what could be an ideal Champions League. So let me have a look, see. So pot 1. Well, it would be very interesting for us to have a game against Dortmund, wouldn't it? That would be nice. So maybe Dortmund from pot 1. Pot 2. I mean, let's mix it up a bit. Juventus would be interesting with Chiesa now at Liverpool. And Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen and Juventus from pot 2 would be tasty. Pot 3. Salzburg would be interesting. Again, Pep Linders. And then on top of that, Sporting to go and put Ruben Amorim in his place. That would be nice. And pot 4, Girona would be interesting. And Stuttgart. Although we couldn't get Stuttgart if we got Dortmund, could we? So, Monaco, perhaps? Let me get Roosbet. Let me get your comment up, my friend. The draw is about to start, by the way, so we will take you through it. My gut feeling says we're going to beat United handsomely. Can't wait. My gut feeling says the same, but I do have to remember and acknowledge last year's frustrations against United. Craig, I'm amused by young people using the term number 6 to describe a midfielder. Years number 6, play with the number 4. Many players included a 6 central defence. I would have always thought of 6 as a centre back as well, mate. To be honest with you, in my old school days, or even the sweeper. So, yeah, it is mad how football terminology and thought processes have changed a little bit. What has Ruben Amorim done? It was the club that didn't want to pay 20 million for him. No, it wasn't. Ruben Amorim tried to be a smart arse and go over to have the conversations with West Ham to force Liverpool's hand. And Michael Edwards very quickly showed him that we don't play games. That's what Ruben Amorim has done. And it was nothing to do with the club unwilling to pay 20 million for him. It was all to do with the fact that he wasn't the club's first target. That was Arne Slot. But he tried to force the situation and he made himself look very foolish because it wasn't happening with West Ham and Liverpool didn't bite. So that's why. I have a feeling we're going to get shafted in this, said Harvey Lewis. I don't see how we get shafted, mate. The draw is the draw. Whatever happens, happens. If we get a difficult draw, we get a difficult draw. Embrace it. I back Liverpool to beat most of these teams anyway, so I'm not worried about who we get in the draw. They should be worried about us. That's the way I look at it, Harvey, sorry. Right, we're finally getting on the way here, by the way, with all the waffle that they go through. Now, United fans, remember, Thursday nights are your open nights. Ma. For us, it's the champions. What does shafted mean, though? Screwed over. Craig, Liverpool should go after Pepelu from Valencia. He's number 6 and good off the ball. Look, Bashar, Liverpool will have all their information, numbers, stats, scouting reports. I'm more concerned about whether we bring in anybody in 6 and in defence at this point. The names, I've always said I trust the club's view on those. Whoever the club go after, I'll get behind. But we do need to get this these two positions sorted for me. Nathan said he was shafted at birth because he's ugly. U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. You ugly. That's what they sing to me all the time as well, Nathan. So don't worry about it, bro. We're all good. We're all good. And by the way, I'm sure you're not, Nathan. By the way, mate, I'm sure you're not. I was shafted at birth because they said, is that a boy? We're not certain. Is that a boy? Can somebody get the microscope in? We need to check. Is this a boy? I think it's a boy. But then those big Irish nuts dropped and it was game over. It was bins all over the shop. Craig, are you going to wear your new black Liverpool jersey for the watch along on Sunday? I don't know yet, mate. I still don't know if I can bring myself to put it on with FSG's window. We'll have to wait and see how the window ends. Thoughts on Sergio Ramos on a free? No, we've got people to cut the grass now. We've done a deal with Husqvarna. They're cutting the lawnmower, so we don't need anybody in that regard. So Ramos can stay with whatever he's doing now. I don't know what he's doing now. Probably working outside nightclubs in Ibiza, trying to get people in for a free shot or something. I don't know. How much was the black jersey? £80. £80. We bought it when we were over in Liverpool for our live show at the start of the month. It was £80. I bought the stadium version and not the vapor version. Right, so they're just running through the pots now and showing us who's in what pot. This is all brilliant. Can we just get to the hitting the button part and doing the draw so we all know who we're playing? Ian said, you need a PhD to understand the draw process. I've zoned out. It is really complicated, Eno. It is, mate. It just is. So yeah, I'm right there with you, mate. Trying to figure it all out as we go along. It seems overly complicated, alright. Haven't been on in a while. Been dealing with college and getting my GCSE results. Glad to see you're still going. Of course. Go, mate. Growing. As you can see, we've just hit 273,000 subscribers as well. So thank you to everyone that has joined and hit that subscribe button. Right. Stargirl. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. Let me get that up on screen for you. I wouldn't put money on City winning the league title because we don't know which league they'll be in at the end of the competition. Yeah, it doesn't sit well with me, Stargirl, that this wasn't sorted out before or after the end of a season. Mid-season is just weird, right? But let's wait and see what happens. So, they have also just confirmed as well that the actual fixture list will be released on Saturday after the draw. So, as we always said, a couple of days after the pots have been done and the fixtures have been done before we know exactly what dates and who's playing who when. Seattle's in the house. Don, how are you, mate? Welcome in. Right, folks, we need to get those likes up. Remember, we're on this mad roll of having 1,000 likes on every live stream. So we need to keep that going, even though it isn't the late night agenda. So please take a second and hit that like button if you're new to the channel or if you haven't done so. Biggest fan. You aren't a fan, my friend. You're a friend. That's what we view on it. I don't have fans, mate. I'm not anything to be... I'm not famous. I'm not anything. I'm just a normal dude. You're a friend. You're a mate. Don't ever think of yourself as anything other than that, because I don't need fans. Don't deserve fans. I'm a nobody. You're a mate. And I'm glad to have you with us. Right, so Manchester City are the first team out. I imagine this lad's just explaining who the fuck Manchester City are now to the rest of the world, you know. They're this team that was beaten 8-2 or 8-1 by Middlesbrough once upon a time. And what? All of a sudden now they're famous? Yeah, I know, that's to do with... Well, let's talk about the charges. Nobody has a Scooby-Doo what's going on here. We've drawn one name and now everyone's looking around going, huh? What? What happens now? So Inter Milan, next team out. Right. Oh God, this is so confusing. There's just names just going up and down the screen. Leipzig, City, Arsenal, Leverkusen, Red Star, Young Boys, Monaco, Sparta. So, Man City get Arsenal. How does that work? Oh, this is... So, City play Arsenal. Interesting then. Bayern Munich, the next team out. City don't play Arsenal. I'm very confused by what's going on here, lads. I'm not going to lie to you. What is going on here? There's just names randomly coming up on screen and I've no idea what's going on. Remember, I'm watching this with no audio, by the way. So, I'm trying to figure it out silently. Only Inter so far. Okay. Alright, here we go. Now I can see some. City play Inter Milan, PSG and Juventus. I'm going to hire this up a smidgen, just so I can maybe hear a little something. Leipzig are the next team out. So, City have PSG, Brugge, Juventus, Feyenoord, Sporting, Sparta and Bratislava. That's they have. Liverpool, Leipzig. So Liverpool have got Leipzig so far. That's going to be interesting. Szoboszlai's former club. Liz said, this is effing ridiculous. And it's not because she had a stroke. Which she actually did have. Hope you're recovering well, Liz. And thank you for being in with us as always. So again, we're still only so far. Liverpool have only got one confirmed game on screen, which is Leipzig. I'm very, like, how is it only... We've only got one team so far and everybody else knows their fixtures. This is weird. Right, so Barcelona are the next team drawn out. Again, this feels weird to me because the only team we've got a confirmation on screen to play so far is Leipzig. Whereas everybody else seems to have all their fixtures so far. This is getting confusing. So Barca have Bayern, Dortmund, Atalanta, Benfica. I don't understand what's going on here. So we've ended up at Real Madrid. Right, here's Real Madrid out now. Real Madrid at Anfield. That is going to be a belter of a game. Real Madrid at Anfield. Woo! That's going to be a belter of a game. Cannot wait for that. Liverpool versus Real Madrid has been confirmed as one of the games. Oh yeah, that's exciting. At Anfield as well. Remember, we don't have to go over to Madrid then. Just play them at Anfield. Craig, Jeff said, Craig, I'm not sure that having the audio on would help understand this draw. I'm kind of figuring it out now, mate. Little by little. Little by little. Gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Right, what's next up? Auto Cup scheme, baby. Love that, Bradley. Well in. That's class. What? That's a nice Brucey bonus. Liverpool. Woo! We're out of the draw now. Here we go. So, Liverpool will be playing Leipzig away, Real Madrid at home. Now let's see. Leverkusen at home, Milan away, Lille at home, PSV away, and Bologna at home, Girona away. Liverpool's fixtures: Real Madrid at home, Leipzig away, Leverkusen at home, Milan away, Lille at home, PSV away, Bologna at home, and Girona away. They are some tasty games, my friends. We welcome Xabi Alonso and Leverkusen to Anfield. We welcome Real Madrid to Anfield. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing over that. That is some really tasty fixtures. That is some really cool games. And the ones that the difficult fixtures we've managed to have at home. So we get Leverkusen at Anfield. We get Real Madrid at Anfield. Yes. Man City get Bayern Munich, Atleti. Arsenal, no, this is Paris, sorry. Paris get Man City, Bayern Munich, Atleti, Arsenal, PSV, Salzburg, Girona and Stuttgart. I'm happy with those games. Genuinely, I'm buzzing with those games. People saying we might be cooked. Why back your team? Get behind them. They're gonna be nervous about coming to Anfield. So here we go. Liverpool's games are Real Madrid at home, Leipzig away, Leverkusen at home, AC Milan away, Lille at home, PSV Eindhoven away, Bologna at home and Girona away. They are Liverpool's fixtures on the Champions League this season. I am happy with that. So again, just to run through for everybody joining us, Liverpool's 8 Champions League group stage games are as follows. Real Madrid at Anfield, Leipzig in Germany, Leverkusen at Anfield, Milan in Italy, Lille at Anfield, PSV Eindhoven away, which I'm sure Arne Slot is going to be looking forward to, Bologna at home and Girona away. They are Liverpool's fixtures. That is what awaits us in this season's Champions League group stage, and I'm buzzing for those games, ladies and gents. This is an exciting pot, by the way. It's a hard group, but the hard games are at home. We will be going through, but don't you think the format is a Super League format? Well, yes, the Swiss model is similar, yes, absolutely. But look, it is the Champions League. It is what it is, and these are who we're playing against. I'm really happy with these fixtures. As we've mentioned, the difficult games, most of them are at home. So, Madrid at home, Leverkusen at home, Lille at home, and Bologna at home. Away from home, Leipzig, AC Milan, PSV Eindhoven, and Girona, of course, one of the City group, Manchester City group clubs. There you go. So that's it. That is the Champions League draw. And once they get going, I guess those games sorted themselves out quite quickly, right? So that is your Champions League draw. So Connor, what I'm going to do now, mate, is I'm going to give you a little clip that you can put up for the video to go along with this on the Clips channel. So bear with me, folks, while I do this one. So 1, a 2, a 3. How are we, my friends? The Champions League draw has been concluded and Liverpool have some tasty fixtures ahead. 4 games at home, 4 games away. We will know the date of each of these fixtures by the time it comes around to Saturday, which is when they're going to be released. The Boffins and the Brain Trust have to go behind the scenes now, sort out all the scheduling conflicts and figure out exactly what dates and what days Liverpool play their games. But the 4 home games for Liverpool are as follows. Real Madrid come to Anfield. That's right, you heard me. Jude Bellingham and Real Madrid come to Anfield. Then it is Bayer Leverkusen and Xavi Alonso's side, who will be coming. An emotional reunion with Xavi Alonso at Anfield as well. On top of that, Liverpool will play Lille of France at home. Remember Lille, who Jonathan David currently plays for. And also Bologna from Serie A. Great season under Thiago Motta last campaign. They've qualified for the Champions League. He's since gone on to join Juventus. So they are Liverpool's 4 home games in the Champions League. Real Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Lille and Bologna. The away games for the Reds, we're going to be taking on Leipzig. So again, Dominic Szoboszlai going back to the club he joined Liverpool from. We're going to be playing AC Milan, who we know only too well. Nat Phillips will be looking forward to a little Cruyff turn again. Remember that, sending Ibrahimovic to the shops for a pint of milk. PSV Eindhoven, so we're over to familiar territory for Arne Slot. And Girona, who are, of course, from La Liga and are one of the clubs owned by the Manchester City or the City Football Group. So the 4 away games for Liverpool in this season's Champions League are Leipzig, AC Milan, PSV Eindhoven and Girona. They are the games. 4 home, 4 away. Those fixtures and dates will be confirmed on Saturday when the UEFA Brain Trust go behind the scenes and figure it all out. I'm happy with that draw, but of course we want to know what you guys think, so let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to the Clips channel and drop a like as well. I'm buzzing with that, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, Connor. I even gave you a little clip there for the Clips channel. That's you know, that's how good it is on here, Connor. So yeah, I'm delighted with that. I'm more delighted that we get the difficult games at home, right? So Real Madrid have to come to Anfield. With revenge on our minds, very much so. Xavi Alonso's Leverkusen come to Anfield, which is going to be emotional, right? Remind Xavi what it's like to be playing at the greatest stadium in world football. Okay, fair enough. Others will argue that we're wrong on that. But of course, as Liverpool fans, we feel that's definitely the case. We're also going to be welcoming Lille, so Jonathan David and co coming to Anfield, and Bologna. That's going to be an interesting one. We don't have to travel to Eastern Europe, but we don't get beat up on them or Porto. Yes, that is true. The travelling in this is not going to be too crazy either. So that is the Champions League draw, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool, I think, have some very attractive fixtures there, and I'm buzzing ahead of it. When, of course, those fixtures are all confirmed with the dates and stuff like that, we will let you guys know. Just keep an eye out for it. It is Saturday when you're going to find out the exact dates. If you're thinking of trying to go over or book accommodation or flights or whatever, do keep in mind that we will have to wait and see on Saturday because it is such a complicated process. That is it, my friends, for the Champions League group stage draw. Remember to join us tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda, where we're going to be going through everything in far more detail. Before we finish up, I'm going to run through everybody's games for you, just so you have the flavour of what the Champions League draw actually looks like. For Real Madrid, these are their games. Dortmund at home, Liverpool away, Milan at home, Atalanta of Italy away, Salzburg at home, Lille away, Stuttgart at home, and then an away trip to France. Manchester City, Inter Milan at home, PSG over in Paris, Club Brugge of Belgium at home, Juventus away, Feyenoord, Arne Slot's old team, they play them at home, Sporting Lisbon away, Sparta Prague at home, and Slovan Bratislava. So that's Manchester City's fixtures. For Bayern Munich, Vincent Kompany's side play Paris Saint-Germain at home, Barcelona away, Benfica at home, Shakhtar Donetsk away, Dynamo Zagreb at home, Feyenoord away, Slovan Bratislava at home, and Aston Villa away. Paris Saint-Germain have Manchester City at home, Bayern Munich away, Atletico Madrid at home, Arsenal away, PSV Eindhoven at home, Salzburg away, and Girona at home, Stuttgart away. That is difficult for PSG. Liverpool, of course, we've already gone through. Real Madrid at home, Leipzig away, Leverkusen at home, AC Milan away, Lille at home, PSV Eindhoven away, Bologna at home, Girona of La Liga away. Internazionale, or Inter Milan as we know them, have Leipzig at home, Manchester City away, Arsenal at home, Leverkusen away, Red Star Belgrade at home, Young Boys of Bern away, Monaco at home, and Sparta Prague away. Dortmund, Barcelona at home, Real Madrid away, ouch. Shakhtar Donetsk at home, Club Brugge away, Celtic at home, Dynamo Zagreb away, another home game, I don't know, some Graz I think it is, and then Bologna away. Leipzig, Liverpool at home, Inter Milan away, Juventus at home, Atletico Madrid away, Sporting Lisbon at home, Celtic away, Aston Villa at home, and another away trip then for them. Barcelona, Bayern at home, Dortmund away, Atalanta at home, Benfica away, Young Boys of Bern at home, Red Star Belgrade away. Then they have a home game against the French side, and then they finish, they have a home game and then they finish away against Monaco. It's complicated, it's messy, but that is the Champions League draw, my friends. I'm going to go and leave you guys to it. We'll be back with the late night agenda at 8:45, where of course we'll be talking all things transfer related as the window enters in to the last 28 or so hours. Do drop a like before you head off. I need 145 more likes before you guys go. Please do hit that like button. I don't want this streak to end of not getting 1,000 likes. So if you can, please do hit that like button really quickly before you head off. And then I will see you guys back here tonight at 8:45. Again, go over to our clips channel and we will have the shortened version of this where you can go through and see all of the games individually and of course break down the draw. Right. I'm still confused. I'm still figuring it out. But we are only 70 likes away now. So again, please do keep hitting that like button for me. I'm delighted with the draw though. Honestly, I think there's some really tasty games for us in there. Really looking forward to obviously Real Madrid and Leipzig as well. Going to be lots of fun. Yeah, if you're in the Auto Cup scheme, you're lucky enough to get tickets, enjoy it because you've got some great home games coming up in the group stage. Some really interesting games like Bologna as well. Then of course we go over to Spain to take on Girona. It's madness, but it is the Champions League. We are back in it, and I can't wait. 8 group stage games are going to come your way this season, and as always, we appreciate your support and your time. Much love, my friends. We'll catch up with you tonight. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.